Welcome back to Out of Ore, the most excellent mining game. This is the mine I've set up so far. It's all very nice, all works, and that's great. And I must say thank you to everybody who's watched my videos and been so kind to like, subscribe, and leave comments. I've enjoyed reading them. What we're doing today is something completely different. I'm going to do the skill tree. Now, hopefully this is going to be a short video. So if you go into inventory, and you'll find here skill tree. Now, I've heard nobody talk about this yet. Maybe people just don't have enough points, skill points, as you can see in the top right hand of the screen here, to make this useful at all. I only discovered this last week. After all the hours I've played, I'm a bit embarrassed about that. So maybe all of you already knew about this, but I've just found out. Now, what is the skill tree? Well, somehow we earn skill points. I currently have 420 of them. And this can be used to improve various abilities in the actual playing of the game. So let's go through those quickly. You can see up here you've got character, trade, economic and production. So if we come here, we open our skill tree like so. That's used one of our skill points. And we can either go for something like better credit score by following this tree. So I'm not going to do it because I don't borrow money in this game, don't need to. But so from here, we're going to follow this. So we can increase our run speed. That's pretty obvious. And then from there, we can increase our run speed again, which takes us up to 20% increase in speed. Now we can get more rewards from quests. Again, not particularly interesting. Oh, sorry, we have a branch here. We can continue to increase our run speed at this point, or we can go up here and follow this, and we can max out to having very fast run speed or incredible jumping. Sorry, my words aren't coming out very well tonight. So let's just quickly follow through on this one, and we'll just max all of these out. Do that quickly. As I say, I've got a lot of skill points. I have no idea how I get them, but I have them. So if we come out of the inventory and go back to the game, when I run, you can see I'm moving considerably faster than you would normally expect. But I think the most spectacular one is the jump. I mean, you're basically Superman at this point with that ability. And you can really cover some ground. So what I'll do is, and this is very important, and this is a very important thing about the skill tree. If I come back to the skill tree, I can reset it. Confirm. Now, you see, I still have 420 skill points, so I've lost nothing. That is useful. So if we now do a run again, you can see that is considerably slower than we were. And now if I jump, it's... Oops, oh dear, I've got caught up in the gubbins. You can see it's nowhere near as spectacular. Now, in my personal opinion, I think that ability is probably the most useful to fill this side of the skill tree up just for getting around in the game. But okay, maybe you don't do a lot of moving around and you're more interested in, as I say, this is banking up here, and you'll get yourself up to a point where you can get better credit score and you can borrow 150 times more, 150% more than you would normally be able to get. As I said, not interested in that. Sorry, I just was coughing quite badly then. But anyway, so that's our banking. This level, if we follow this, we get more rewards from quests, going ultimately to the point where you get 35% more experience and money from quests. Again, I'm not interested in that. I very rarely do the quests. I don't need experience and I don't need the money. So, again, not interested, but you can explore that in your own time when you get enough quest points. But we do get down here. Now, this is where it becomes interesting from not so much the mobility in the game, but from the trading point in the game. So we can follow this skill ladder down here. Before we do that, I'm just going to bring up the purchase screen. And I want you to remember this price. 28,250,000 for the big bagger. And go back, inventory, skill tree. And we're going to now come down here and follow this line. We've upgraded our quest experience a little bit. Now we're coming into vendor negotiation. Now we get discounts on everything we buy. So we can follow this line and carry on with vendor negotiation. I'll deal with this one in a second on this side, the ore sorting. So just going to ramp these up. We'll fill all of these out. So this gives us better store price on all items. So that's everything. Anything you can buy in the store, you now get a 3.5 reduction. If you can get to this point. The one before that is 3%, one before that 2.5, 2%, 1.5%. So we've maximised that out. We got 3.5% reduction. Now, when you come to buying machinery, again, same thing. It's a reduction in cost and going down 1%, 2%, 2.5% and 3%. Now, these aren't cumulative. You only get the reduction in the last box ticked. So if you've got 3.5% ticked, you get 3.5% there. But it is cumulative with this one. So because I'm at 3% on investment on buying machinery, I've got 3% here, and then I've got 3.5% on my store. So if I now go and look at the bagger, you'll see that that is now $26,413,750. That is indeed a 6.5% reduction on that machine, and that is saving you about 1.5 million, close on £2 million. So it's well worth doing if buying large amounts of stuff or very large machines. You can save the money. Also, if we go for something like concrete, which you do buy a lot of, so concrete flooring currently with that 6.5% discount has dropped to 1,158. Now if you're buying these concrete floors or the concrete blocks in piles of 100, 200 or thousands, that is a significant saving on what you're doing. So we'll go back to our skill tree. This is why I'm saying this is what you need to be aware. This is what you have to bear in mind. Even if you can't confirm, even if you can't afford to fill this skill tree out, do remember that you can come in here, you can upgrade your ability to run around and jump in the game. When you're finished with running around and jumping the game, you can reset, get your skill points back, because maybe you want to buy some machinery now, and you can come down here and you can fill out the vendor discounts on machinery and everything up to the level that you've got, and when you finish buying, you can reset it back again. Yep, reset back again. It's got your skill points back, and now you can put everything back into either this, the running and jumping. So do try and bear this skill tree in mind if you're changing tactics. Now there's one I haven't shown you yet, and this is the one I'm going to leave maxed out. We come down here and we get into this. Now this is ore sorting technology. The reason why I think this is important, because this is passive, so this will allow my ore separation, the first one by 0.5%, second one gives me 1%, 1.5, 2, 3, 3.5, oh, I'll click that one, 3, 3.5, 4%. Now that's where I'm going to leave the game as default. Remember, if you're using an ore processing plant or any automated system, this is going to keep that system running continuously at a higher percentage than you would normally get. Now that's going to give you a higher passive income, and that will just continue rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. Again, you can reset and you can reassign points. Secondly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as my default setting, I'm going to increase my physical capabilities. I want maximum jump, so I'm going to take all of those. That takes me to there. So now I can still do the Superman thing, plus I'm getting all the benefit from my machines working at a higher percentage level. So again, passive and convenience is what I'm going for here. I'm not going to be able to do all of these, so I'm going to increase my speed as far as I can get it, and I can't quite get the last one. So my maximum run is 70%. And there you go, guys. That's the skill tree. If you've got skill points, use them. They're useful. Actually, I've got 11 left. What can I dump that into? More rewards from quests. No, I can't do that. No, I can't invest in any of that. I might as well dump that into quests. I've got nothing else to do with it. So, there we go. That's the skill tree for you. Very useful tool. There you go. That's how I'm going to leave it now as a default. Okay, I'm not running as fast as I could, but I sure as hell can jump. Like I couldn't before. Makes the game more playable. Now, I can't show the production increase. I think it would be too long-winded and too complicated to get that to a point where it would be demonstrable. I'm just going to trust the game. Usually when it says it's going to do something, it does it. So, there you go. That's the skill tree. Oh, whilst we're in it, let's just have another look at a thing in the inventory. We've got the periodic table. Now, this shows us all the elements that are available in the game. I have no idea what this is used for. It tells you what things are that are highlighted. It won't show you, say, what magnesium or beryllium is, but it will show you what aluminium is, and it will show you what oxygen. It doesn't tell you how to produce it. It gives you no information. You can't do anything with it, but it's useful to know. It says here I've discovered 15. There's available 21 ores, and the total ores in the game's 118. Okay, this bottom section must be an isotope list. It's the same thing, so whatever that one is, lanthronium or something, I can't read it. It's the same element, but obviously has more neutrons or whatever attached to it. So anyway, there's 21 available to discover. I don't know what you get for discovering. Here we go. Every discovery is rewarded with skill points. So this looks like this is where we earn our skill points, is by discovering new elements. Right. So that does tie in with the skill tree. You've got to discover new elements, and that will just happen as you play through the game. It just happens. I have no idea how you would go hunting for them. I think it's just a mechanic as you get higher experience. These just pop up, and then you obviously get more skill points. So there you go, periodic table, skill tree, very nice. I hope that was informative. It probably wasn't very interesting. Yay, Superman. Very short video. Maybe if it explains something to you, but you know, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching once again. Take care. Goodbye.